Death said, "The good is one thing, the pleasant another. These two, having different objects, chain a man. It is well with him who clings to the good. He who chooses the pleasant misses his end. The good and the pleasant approach a man. The wise goes round about and distinguishes them. Yea, the wise prefers the good to the pleasant, but the fool chooses the pleasant through greed and avarice. Thou, O Nakiketas, after pondering all pleasures that are or seem delightful, hast dismissed them all. Thou hast not gone down the road that leadeth to wealth, in which many men perish. Wide apart and leading to different points are these two, ignorance and what is known as wisdom. I believe Nakiketas to be one who desires knowledge, for even many pleasures do not tear thee away. Fools dwelling in darkness, wise in their own conceit, and puffed up with vain knowledge, go round and round, staggering to and fro, like blind men led by the blind. The hereafter never rises before the eyes of the careless child, deluded by the delusion of wealth. This is the world, he thinks. There is no other. Thus he falls again and again under my sway. The self of whom many are not even able to hear, whom many, when they hear of him, do not comprehend. Wonderful is a man when found, who is able to teach him. Wonderful is he who comprehends him, when taught by an able teacher. That self, when taught by an inferior man, is not easy to be known, even though thought upon. Unless it be taught by another, there is no way to it, for it is inconceivably smaller than that which is small. That doctrine is not to be obtained by argument, but when it is declared by another, then, O dearest, it is easy to understand. Thou hast obtained it now. Thou art truly a man of true resolve. May we always have an inquirer like thee. Though thou hadst seen the fulfillment of all desires, the foundation of the world, the endless rewards of good deeds, the shore where there is no fear, that which is magnified by praise, the wide abode, the rest, yet being wise, thou hast with firm resolve dismissed it all. The wise who, by means of meditation on his self, recognizes the ancient, who is difficult to be seen, and who has entered into the dark, who is hidden in the cave, who dwells in the abyss, as God, he indeed leaves joy and sorrow far behind. A mortal who has heard this and embraced it, who has separated from it all qualities, and has thus reached the subtle being, rejoices, because he has obtained that which is a cause for rejoicing. The house is open, I believe, O Nakiketas. Nakiketas said, That which thou seest as neither this nor that, as neither cause nor effect, as neither past nor future. Tell me that. Death said, That word, which all the Vedas record, which all penances proclaim, which men desire when they live as religious students, that word, I tell thee briefly, is Om. That syllable means Brahman. That syllable means the highest. He who knows that syllable, whatever he desires, is his. This is the best support. This is the highest support. He who knows that support is magnified in the world of Brahma. The knowing is not born, it dies not. It sprang from nothing, and nothing sprang from it. The ancient is unborn, eternal, everlasting. He is not killed, though the body is killed. If the killer thinks that he kills, if the killed thinks that he is killed, they do not understand. For this one does not kill, nor is that one killed. The self is smaller than small, greater than great, is hidden in the heart of that creature. A man who is free from desires and free from grief sees the majesty of the self by the grace of the Creator. Though sitting still, he walks far. Though lying down, he goes everywhere. Who save myself is able to know that God who rejoices and who rejoices not. The wise who knows the self as bodiless within the bodies, as unchanging amongst changing things, as great and omnipresent, does never grieve. That self cannot be gained by the Veda, nor by understanding, nor by much learning. He whom the self chooses, by him the self can be gained. The self chooses him as his own. But he who has not first turned away from his wickedness, who is not tranquil and subdued, or whose mind is not at rest, he can never obtain the self, even by knowledge. Who then knows where he is? He to whom the Brahmins and Kshastras are but food, and death itself a condiment.